tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This time to the tailback. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday? Night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He finds Beckham complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First down, Browns.
180. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check. Hurry.
From the red zone now, Mayfield flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
At the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam off. Get it.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's on first down. Intended for Tyler Boyd. Incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Mike 51. Mike 51.
2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Got it. 52. 52. You. Go. Reset. Hurry.
Now back to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
3 yards.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go, defense. He's crashing. He's checking squeeze.
Back to throw now on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught. That one goes for 30 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Crunch.
22-jet bomber. 52-jet bomber.
52's the mic. Got you, boy.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 31. Switch.
Mayfield to throw it this time. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Hey, we're 33.
Check.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Set. 180.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, look.
Now they try the right side here. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. He's coming.
Mayfield. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
1st down, Cleveland.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff looking right. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
180! Pistol.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get this down to the 10. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Let's go!
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Throw caught here by Bird. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damiere Byrd, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Look at me. Door.
They'll set up to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, wahoo!
51, Mike 51. Here we go.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. He completes it to Boyd. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Check.
Brings up 3rd down.
You draw courses.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 12-yard line.
180!
Check. No. Under 10. 10.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates, and he'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Sponge. No.
Fair. Yes. Get it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Check nine. Back. Go on.
Now Joe Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
You ready?
Their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Well, the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week and they won. And a little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game and they're losing.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
52. Here we go. My 52.
Hey, Zoo.
Check 52's the mark.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A big play there for the Bengals. 48 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
5-2 is the mic. Mike's 5-2.
Big grip.
Back to throw. His throw incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike 50. Not today, you are. Not today.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Go.
I got one.
Hey, Foxtrot.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, exit.
Mike 51. Watch the curl.
Now.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Go! Mike 51, I don't think you got it, son. Hey, go!
They'll set up a throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Bravo.
Get that ball. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Get it.
2nd and 13. Airing one out for Boyd. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now they try the right side here. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now the Bengals. Defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Kill. Hey, alert. You go tight. You got tight right there.
They run it again with Chubb. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Mike, 180! Up.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
52's the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, lock it. Hey, high 7, 5.
2nd and 4. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Mayfield now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Check 15. Hey, alert 33. Slam. Hurry.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And the pressure gets to him again. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
60 Pittsburgh.
On 1st down, Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Smooth. Hustle. Big grip.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 2nd and 1. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now! He's moving, boys, moving! Snap!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Let's make these babies go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. William Jackson with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things. Wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He completes it to Boyd. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
It was a play that was designed to trick the defense, to try and fool them. They didn't gain a huge chunk of yardage, but they did pick up a first down.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one in the win column now for the